Hey guys, and welcome to Ungrow. Yes, the Journey to Ungrow expansion has released, and I thought we'd do a pack opening here. So, we'll just buy. I have quite a bit of gold, so we'll buy quite a few packs here. Can even get another 10. So, may as well spend all our gold and really dive into Ungrow. So without further ado, let us dive in. See what our first pack has to offer. Quite a sweet intro there. Elder Longnap. For holding a minion with 5 more attack, you can adapt. Adapt's the new mechanic where you get to choose one of 3 bonuses. Taunt has 3 attack during your opponent's turn, which is cool, really good for a taunter. I don't know what I think about a 4/7 though. But it is an elemental, which is really good in this one. Add 2 Reserpels to your hand that deal 1 damage. Don't know if the Reserpels cost 0 or not. If they cost 0, it's good. I'm sure the Reserpels will probably cost 0. Reserpel Lasher, add a Reserpel to your hand that deals 1 damage. And we got Servant of Kalamos. You played an elemental last turn, discover an elemental, which is very powerful. Especially when you can get another Servant of Kalamos and keep, like, kind of chaining them together. Elementals are big in this set. They really did a lot of work on making elementals something. So 4/8 can't attack. So that's another one of the minions that you want to give it taunt or silence it. Ravenous Pterodax. So destroy a friendly minion to adapt twice. Potentially good, especially if you have like a little 1/1 elemental. Adapt a friendly minion. Adapt a friendly beast. An Egg Napper. Summon 2 1/1 raptors. So a 3/1 for 3. That summons 2 1/1s. Not sure about that. If that's too specifically good. Like, I'd rather have a loot hoarder. But Giant Moss, Stealth Poisonous. Poison, there's a lot more poisonous minions this set around, so keep an eye out for more poisonous minions. Stealth Poisonous is always good too, because it doesn't immediately get killed by another minion. Adapt and adapt, so it's 5/6. Like, there's adapts that give you like 3 attacks, so this could be like an 8/6. It could be a variety of things. It could be an 8/6 taunt, an 8/6 divine shield. Epic! Explore Ungrow. Place your deck with copies of Discover a Card. This is one of the cooler cards in the game. So every time you draw a card, you discover a card. You get 1 over 3 random cards, which could be useful in like control warrior decks where you've used up a lot of your removal and you need to kind of select cards. You can get high cost cards, but the thing is you could get also 3 useless cards. Very interesting. I don't know if it will make it into tournament play, but a very interesting card nonetheless. Radiant Elemental, your spells cost 1 less. And Hot Spring Guardian, taunt, restore 3 health, and it is an elemental. So 2/4 taunt for 3 mana, that's an elemental, is quite good. I think that's actually, what's a monkey? Monkey's a 3/4 taunt? I can't remember what monkey is. But monkeys are really good. Pterodax Hatchling, 2/2 adapt. Discover a card from your opponent's class. That's a lot of what the rogues already had, except it's not on a stick. This is a really interesting one for Mage, because you might not think it's particularly good, but elementals are so powerful that you get a little bit of damage, plus you get an elemental, which you can use to trigger an elemental later on. At the end of your turn, summon a 1/1 Murloc. Very interesting for Shaman. I really like to see more Murloc synergy. And this is the Warlock. The Warlock's big new thing is more focused on discarding cards. So the Lakari Fellhound definitely helps you do that with a big body too. A 3/8 for 4, that's a big body. So we might see some of the more cards that have discard synergies. So we got a Giant Mastodon, a 6/10 with taunt. Obsidian Shard costs 1 less for each card you played from another class. So it's very interesting. Kind of works into that favor. Epic! Primordial Drake. Deal 2 damage to all other minions. 4/6. Yeah, so 4/6 for 8. I'm not that sure about, but it has a 2. Firefly is exactly what we were looking for with those elementals. You play an elemental and you get an elemental, which triggers with all your other elementals. Storm will use. Yeah, sadly, again, a Windfear card that's not going to see really any play. Whoa, legendary! So this is our quest. Play 4 minions of the same name, you get a crystal core. Yeah, I'm done asking thinking about this and how you get minions with the same name, other than discover, and it's pretty hard, other than stuff like Shadow Step. So you play a minion, you Shadow Step it back, and you replay it. You can also use cards like Useful Blue Master, like, well, there's the 2 Blue Masters, so that's probably the main thing. So, epic as well. The Gluttonous Ooze, amazing card. This is a card that's going to see a lot of play. Destroy opponent's weapon and gain armor, so you don't have an acidic Swamp Ooze where you just destroy the weapon, you also benefit from their weapon. So, like, if they play a Gorehowl is probably the most best one. Kill it, gain 7 armor. Even Arcanite Reaper, they play an Arcanite Reaper, you get 5 armor, which is really against what they're wanting to do. We've already seen Tardlooker, Steam Surger. So this is, we've seen Flame Geyser. So this is, if you play an Elemental, you get a Flame Geyser, which gives you another Elemental. So it fuels Elementals. Very powerful card. And just a just pretty much like a Fairy Dragon, that card. Jeweled Macaw. Add a random beast to your hand. Very similar to, what was the other one we had that gave you a 1/1? I guess it's the spiders. But the spiders were Death Rattle, so. Sudden Genesis. Summon copies of your damaged minions. Again, it's just like kind of, what is it, Blood Warriors? But very similar. Razor Petal Lasher. I think we've seen that already. Shimmering Tempest. Random Mage spell to your hand. This actually works because Mage has play so many spells that weren't in your deck. This helps. And there's just so much synergy. A 2/1 for 2 that gives you something very powerful. Molten Blade. Each turn that's in your hand, transform it into a new weapon. That's interesting. That's really interesting. Like, imagine getting, like, Akinosh from that. Some very powerful weapons. Last turn, adapt. See, there's even beasts that get into the elemental synergies. 3 damage to a random enemy minion, Wind Fury, 8/2 stealth. Yeah, this is a really interesting one. It's a 3 mana stick that triggers a Death Rattle. So it's a 3/3 for 3 that triggers a Death Rattle. Very powerful. Imagine triggering that on your Savannah Highmane. So you play Savannah Highmane, it sticks. So next turn you trigger it, then you get 2 2/2s and a 3/3 for 3 mana. What's that? 9 power for 3 mana? 7 power. 7 health for 3 mana. Ridiculous. Stormwatcher. We've seen Obsidian Sword. Seen Lasher. Forger. Add a random minion with 5 or more attack to your hand. So this is just a free. You pay it 2/2 for 2. And you get a free minion. Ridiculous. Some of the cards this set I think are just crazy. Like, a lot of these cards are just value town. Grievous Bite. Do 2 damage to minion and 1 damage to adjacent ones. An interesting one. Cheap removal, but does good damage. When this minion takes damage, deal 3 to your hero. Yeah. Interesting. So, what happens is, if you have a bunch of 1/1s, imagine Muster for Battle, okay? You smack this 3 times, your opponent would deal take 9 damage. So, crazy. 5 health to a minion and your hero for 1 mana. Remember, Flash Heal was 5 health. I think it was for mana. Now that's 1 mana to heal 5 to 2 things. Big power creep there. Unless Flash Heal was 8. Maybe Flash Heal was 8. I thought it was 5. Or was Flash Heal free? Thought it was 1 mana. Had to look it up. Feeding time. It is aggressively costed, so I think it's fine. But that's pretty crazy. 3 mana, get 3 minions. But because how much was Implosion? Implosion was a random amount for 4 mana that got you up to 4. So this on average is going to be better, and it's 1 mana more. So definitely, I don't know if you could call that power creep, but it's definitely quite powerful. Storm Watcher, Tar Creeper, and Tovir Stone Shaper. Elemental gain taunt Divine Shield. Not too interesting. Has definitely chances to be something interesting. Taunt Divine Shield is good. Fireplume Harbinger, reduce cost elements in hand by 1. Yeah, nothing too crazy. Pretty much is like a mech warper. Okay, we got another Molten Blade. And Mirage Calmer. So, pretty much, you just get a 1/1 copy of something on the board. However, with very powerful Death Rattle cards, and well, pretty much it's only good for Death Rattle cards, or cards, I guess, with a latent ability. But Priest, you're most looking for Death Rattles. Very powerful. Because it's still a 2/3 with an ability. Powerful. This is a Murloc. That's the only reason that you should be looking at this card. Well, I guess you get a free secret. But Murloc is the big part, too. For all your Murloc synergies. So, Lost in the Jungle. 1 mana, summon 2 Silver Hands. Interesting. Primalist. Discover a spell, cast it with random targets. Interesting. Kind of Yagi almost. Dinomancy. Your hero power becomes give a beast +2/+2. Very interesting. A lot of like power to that. 2 mana, give +2/+2. Very powerful. Especially with something like Paradak. Oh no, wait. That's Hunter and Warlock. Well, anything that would give you a beast, very powerful. Like release the hounds or beasts. Ultra Solar, a 7/14 for 10. That's the biggest minion we've seen in the game so far. A 7/14. So will give your weapon poisonous, deal 4 damage for 4 health. The rest we've seen, but yeah, getting some big dinos in this pack. Okay, free from Amber, discover minion that costs 8 or more, and summon it. So, that's really cool. I haven't actually seen that one in any of the spoilers. So, discover them. If you control Murloc, discover Murloc. Very powerful for Murloc decks. 3 damage to a random enemy. So, yeah. Overall, pretty interesting cards. Razor Paddle, Trillium, Primal Fin. We'll start moving a little bit fast because we see a lot of them. Draw 2 1-cost minions from your deck. Good for thinning out your deck, and it makes your draws a lot better. If you're playing 1-drops, it can't be a very good card to have. It's not greatly statted, but considering that you could draw up to 2, very powerful. Farblue Phoenix, 3/3 for 4, that deals 2. It's pretty much like a SI agent. Just a little bit more expensive, but you don't have to trigger the battle cry, so. What else do we got here? Rare. Servant of Kalamos. Already seen that. Epic. Vine Slayer. Combo destroy a minion. Very powerful. I think this is very good. It's almost replacing big BGH. Only for Rogue, but how much does BGH cost now? 6? So this is destroy anything? So powerful. Because you can combo with so much stuff. I like the taunt poisonous with the gastropod. I think it's interesting. With the 2 health, it's not particularly powerful, but it could have a place in some decks. Epic and rare, a Biteweed. Gain +1/+1 for each other card you played this turn. So it's like a mini, oh, what's his name? Well, you know him, the legendary for Rogue. Wow. I have the tip of my tongue, but anyway, you know who it is. Handbind, when you pull a cast spell, add a copy to your hand that costs 0. Very interesting secret for Mage. New one. Give him our +1/+1. I think we've seen most of those. If not, they're pretty self-explanatory. Golden Rare! We got a Golden Taver Warden. This is our 3rd feeding time, I believe. Nesting Row we haven't seen yet. Control at least other 2 minions, gain taunt. It's a 4/7, possibly taunt. So, possibly good. Hospital Guardian, Crystalline Oracle. Copy a card from your opponent's deck, add to your hand. Good for a 1 mana card. Like, it's a 1 mana elemental. So, gives you a card. Can't scoff at that. Can't scoff at a free card on a minion. Golden Common. Okay, so now we got more Taver Wardens than we need. Which is fine. What else? Corrupting Mist. Corrupt every minion. Destroy them at the start of your next turn. Very interesting card. Because it's not like it's not quite like can't think of cards right now having the troubles, but it's a board clear for the following turn. So it's not like you play something and it clears the board. Your opponent can still have a chance to whack you in the face. And you can't use it proactively like Doomsayer. Doomsayer you could drop on the board and your opponent can't play anything. However, Corrupt Mist is guaranteed to go off where Doomsayer is not. So we got an epic and a rare. Another Corrupting Mist. Spirit Echo is interesting because it deals all your minions. So all the minions you have return to your hand. However, this could fill up your hand with junk. Possibly, or it could fill your hand up with treasure too. So, I think it will see play for sure. We've seen the Razor Leaf. I kind of want to get another legendary. Cruel Dinomancer. Summon a random minion you discarded this game. Very powerful for Warlock, or potentially not very powerful depending on what you discarded, but. If you discard a really key card, could help you out. So, Life-Food Stegodon, adapt your Silver Hand recruits. I think that's cool. I'd still rather have a Quartermaster, but potentially powerful. And I think we've seen the rest. 2 Volatiles just in that pack. So, rare. Oh, I like Spectreed Steed. Potentially high costed. But it gives, so you get a 2/6, or you add 2/6 to your minion. Then if that minion dies, you get a 2/6 Stegodon. I do not believe the Stegodon has taunt, but it's a you get 2/6 taunt, and then you get a 2/6 from it. So good, and it's resilient against board clears. So your opponent board clears, you're left with a 2/6 on the board, which does decent. And then you have the stated Thresh Shadow, which I don't think we'll see play, but it gives you 3 Warlocks. if you want more Warlocks out of 1/1. So, don't know if even the Warlock decks will play it, but I guess if you really want them. Adapt your minions. Interesting. Don't think it's particularly powerful. Unless, like, because we already have Savage Roar, and I'm not seeing it being better than Savage Roar, to be honest, but. A legendary King Mosh! King Mosh just instantly drops down and destroys all damaged minions. The thing I did learn from Disguised Toast is if King Mosh is damaged before his Battlecry effect happens, he's also destroyed. So say there's a Tentacle and Azos on the board, which deals 1 damage to anything, or even an Abomination in Wild, King Mosh will kill himself. But otherwise, very cool. Rare and an epic. Legendary rare and an epic in 1 pack. That is pretty good. Adapt and adapt again. Happy with that? How could I not be happy with a legendary rare and an epic? So, cast upon Cornered Sentry. Summon 3 1/1 Raptors for your opponent. So it's a 2/6 taunt for 2, which gives your opponent 3 Raptors. Yeah, guess so. Nothing wrong with it. Dirty Rat is Dirty Rat's a 2/6 as well. And probably better to give your opponent 3 Rap. Well, a Dirty Rat, I don't know. Dirty Rat does a lot of things that this card can't do, so I'm not even going to compare it to Dirty Rat, but the stats are very similar to Dirty Rat. Another Molten Blade. Oh, I didn't know Stegodon was a card outside of the Stegodon Rider. But yeah, that's your Stegodon for you. So the Stegodon does have Taunt. So it gives you 2 taunts. What's that, our 3rd or 4th feeding time? 4th feeding time, at least. Epic and a rare. Charging Devil Soul. Charge. Can't attack you or resist turn. So, it's not a OTK, one turn kill, but it's still a charger. You can attack something on the board, clear it off. So, better than just having a 7/7 for 8, but don't think it'll see play. But Vine Cleaver. After your hero attacks, summon 2 Silverhand recruits. Powerful. Expensive, 4/3, considering that True Silver is a 4/2 for 4. Vine Cleaver is very expensive, but Arena, extremely powerful Arena card. Late game, you're chopping down your opponent's minion plus get minions. Total of 6 Silverhands. Pretty good. It's another Toldeer, Razor Petal Folly. Randosaur Runt. If you control at least 2 other minions, adapt. Adapt a friendly beast. Taunt. Yep. About halfway through now. Long neck, Volcanosaur, we've seen. Galacta Crawler. So we had the crab that killed Murlocs. Now we have the crab that kills pirates. So potentially good against all the pirate decks that are around. You put a Galacta in there, you kill a pirate, you get a 3/4 for 2. Plus you kill a minion. So worst. 2 golden, a golden rare and a golden rare and 2 golden uncommons. I guess those are commons, but either way, yeah, interesting. Again, it's just the Lightfuse Stegodon. We see them. He adapts their Silverhand recruits. Rare, rare, rare. Another Vine Cleaver. Molten Reflection. We haven't seen Molten Reflection. Yeah. Choose a familiar, summon a copy of it for 4 mana. You summon it. So you get another minion for 4 mana. Very powerful. I definitely think it will see a lot of play. Tidal Surge, deal 4, restore 4. We've seen Galacta's. Arcanologist, I didn't point it out. It's draw a secret from your deck. It's not play a secret, but it's also on the battle cry. So where it's good is secrets that you don't want to play. So like Mirror Entity. So you play your Mirror Entity from, and then your opponent plays like I don't know, Iron Beak Owl. You get a 2/1. This you draw your Mirror Entity and you can play it whenever you want. So definitely good in some cases, worst in other. So another epic Meteor. Deal 50 damage to a minion and 3 damage to adjacent ones. 15 damage. 1/5. 6 mana. Same cost as Fireball. And plus 3 damage. Very powerful. You can see the creep. Plus, that was a taunted App Dinosaur. Epic rare? Man. Rare, epic. Holy crap, we're getting good openings in this one. Stampede. Each time you play a beast, add a random beast to your hand. That's, yeah, well that's replacing Lock and Load, because before we had Lock and Load, now we have Stampede. And you can keep playing beasts. That's cool. I like that. Primordial Glyph, discover a spell, reduces cost by 2. Definitely powerful. And again, all the... What do we got? 2 legendaries, a lot. We got another 2 Lost in the Jungles. But... Rare, Tolvir Warden. We're gonna have quite a few dust after this too. Rare, Fire Plume Harvester. Reduce cost of elements in his hand by 1. We've seen that actually. Sorry about that. Rare. Another Terror Stalker. Seen all these cards. We've probably seen all the commons, I hope. Another Feeding Time and another Biteweed. Van Cleef is what Biteweed is like. Steam Surger. What else do we got? Spikewood. Stedgedon, 2 rares in that pack. Mirage Collar. Oop. Golden Ray or Devilsaur. Summon a 5/5 Devilsaur. I don't know why it's so... like... we haven't had an egg that was 3 mana. Like, the Nerubian was 2. So, but I don't know. They know what they're doing there at Hearthstone. Another Stone Shaper. It was kind of blazing through because we're pretty much done. Epic. Primalist. We've seen all these. I'm not sure if we've seen all the rares. Probably not. There's probably still rares we haven't seen. Like the Darhorn Hatch. Darhorn's very powerful. I think it's definitely going to see played. It's a 3/6 taunt that shuffles a 6/9 taunt into your deck. Okay? So yeah, it's a 5 mana 3/6. But Sinjin is a 3/4 for 4. So this is a 3/6. So it has more stats. Plus it shuffles something into your deck. That's more powerful. So it's going to be shuffled after. So it's not going to wreck your card. It's just going to give you a better draw. Let me see a hallucination actually. So. What else do we got? Nothing interesting. Another Molten Blade, 2 more Jewel Cause. What do we got? Cavern? Oh, come on. Gave us 2 of the same legendary. I hate when that happens. Okay. But I won't complain. We've got lots of legendaries. Another Galactic Crawler. That's a run, stuff always seen. 12-year Warden. Mana Bind we've seen. It's a secret that lets you have a 0 mana spell. Devilsaur Egg we've seen. 2 more packs. Epic. We've seen Gluttonous Oozes. Earth and Scales we haven't seen. Give a friendly minion +1/+, then gain armor equal to its attack. So, I don't know if it's any better than... I think Feral's still better than it, but... man, I got so many Galactic Crawlers. How many Galactic Crawlers did I end up with? They really don't want me to like pirates. 4? Okay, that's not too bad. And how much did I have? I think feeding time, I ended up with 5 feeding times. So 2,300 from our 1 legendary. So yeah. Up to almost 6,000 dust. So. But anyway guys, thanks for coming out for this pack opening, and we'll be back for more next time. Thanks guys. Later.